All right, here we're going to learn a little bit about Google My Maps. So we're going to go ahead and type that in. And it should be the first thing that pops up, so I'll click on that. And right now I'm not the original creator of any of them, so I don't have anything in my own section. I do have some in my shared from my other Google accounts, so I will run through those with you in just a second. But just to show you, there is Google Maps, and that can be found in the grid, the Google Apps grid, and there's also Google Earth, and that can also be found on the Google Tools grid. So you can explore those a little bit later. Google My Maps is mainly to create a custom map as a teacher, maybe for your students, or maybe you're having your students contribute to some type of collaborative shared map. So let me show you one that I'm doing. I'm doing a lesson on styles of architecture. And so I have already marked off modern architectures that I did a quick search for. I added it to my search box, and then I saved those different marks. So here in Boston, Massachusetts, there's some modern architecture. In Seoul, South Korea. And so basically what I'm going to be having is different groups of students having different architectural styles. So whether it is classic or Byzantine or Egyptian, each one will have a style. They'll find it, they'll mark it, and it'll be color coded. And so one group with purple, one group is orange, one group is red, one group is yellow. And so after this is all done, we will observe, analyze, and take a look at that map. So that's one use that you could have for a teacher and / student. And then the other one that I have are mainly over the summer, this time right now, for the students and their parents. So this is art galleries, venues, and museums in the area, all within maybe 45-minute drive. So I just simply found some different places that the kids can go to and try to just reemphasize art over the summertime. So that's just something that I can share and embed into my website for parents and families. So let's go to the how, and you can see what that looks like on how to create a map. Create a new map. And so you have a panel over here, and this is where a lot of your information is going to be saved. And you have your map and some different features and tools right here. So let's just say we want to do something about football stadiums. So let me type in Green Bay Packers Stadium. I'm a big Green Bay fan. Go Green Bay. And so we have Lambeau Field. Always kind of a tricky spelling. But there's the location, Wisconsin. Let me go ahead and add this to my map. If I want to change the marker, I can go ahead and do so. They are green and gold. If you want to add an icon, you can do that option as well. If you want to change the heading or some other subheading information, that's where the pencil is. And let's say we want to add a picture. So you can upload something or go to a website or your photos or Google Drive. I'm just simply going to do a Google image search. So let's type in Green Bay Packers. And this one's pretty good. Now, again, Google Images already is going to search for images that are safe to reuse, so you don't have to worry about any misuse of information. And that's an important thing to share with students. So they should be careful about if they're grabbing images outside of that search to just show credit where it's due. So we are pretty set to go. We have the image right there. We'll come back to directions in a little bit. Of course, if you want to get rid of it, there's the delete feature. So we are done. If I were to click on it, Lambeau Field, there's the picture, address, and information. So let's find another stadium. Let's do Redskins Stadium, which is FedEx Field. So that popped up. So there we go. I'm going to add to map. Let's pick gold. There you are, burgundy and gold. We already have the title entered. Don't need to change that. Let's add an image. Scroll up. Redskins football. And we'll use this one. Where is it? An error occurred adding an image. Let's try again. Save. Add an image. Select. Oh, okay. So maybe that is not a good picture to use. There's some error with that. Let's try this one. All right, there we go. So there must have been some malfunction out of my control. So we have the image there. We changed the marker color. We are good to go. Now let's see if we can add some directions to here. So as soon as I click on that, it pops up right over here in this window. It's also an option that you can add over here, directions. So you can do that over here on this side, or you can click on a marker and click on the directions icon. And let's say my directions are from Lambeau Field. And so Lambeau Field has my marker there already. And boom, it has my directions, and I can look at that for a little bit more information. I can drag to change the route or add some stops to my route, but I already have that set in play. I'm going to get rid of that right now. Another thing you can do, this is great for geography, marking different land characteristic features or zooming out a little bit and appreciating the landscape a little bit more, is you can change the map. So maybe you want more of a satellite and it tells more about the land. And again, it's not just our location. We can zoom out and see the whole world. And again, it's just your preference as far as what kind of information that you want to share. Maybe you want something that's a little bit less distracting and focusing more on the location markers. Maybe you do want to share a little bit more detailed information about the landscape and geography to teach something about that. So you have that option as well. Of course, you can share this with your students. Again, whether you want to make it something that's collaborative or not, or just create your own map for your students for a specific goal. So there's a few more features up top that if you want to check out, and you can add a marker there, or you can type it in and then add the marker. If you want to do any type of drawing or shapes, then you can add that to yours to highlight any type of information. So that's something for you to think about. You can label that, title that, give a little bit more information on that. I'm going to delete that for right now. Directions, again, that's another spot that you can add. And then if you want to do any type of measurement, maybe I want to go from Minnesota to Iowa. From the center is about 305 miles. So you can add a little bit of measurement into your maps and geography. So it is a great tool to use, and you can do it very simplistically. So hopefully you had a good run through, and you will have some fun creating your own maps for yourself and for your students. Thanks.